Happy New Year! Welcome everybody to the Wrestling Corner, episode 14 of season 5. Welcome 93 in the place to be. Hope everybody had a nice weekend. Hope everybody had a nice New Year's Day. Celebrated it well. Hope you didn't get too, you know, you can say tipsy, but now most time people say, you didn't get too lit. That's the newest slang. Get got lit. So it's a new year, same new year, but same deal. Here for fun, here for reports, discussions, you name it, but all in the name of, respect and good fun. That's what the Wrestling Corner is all about. If people in the comment section, for instance, last show there was a new viewer, by the name of John, and he was giving his his picks for, the categories that I have for the best and worst of 2015, and most of our stuffs were different, but it didn't get out of hand. He didn't do it in a rude way. He was just giving what he felt was, whoever it was, for, like, if it was healing, I think for healing year we both said Kevin Owens, but for um you know other, but just anytime there was a difference in opinion, it didn't get out of hand, and that's how it should be, because that's kind of the opposite of what goes on in a YouTube comment discussion. The comment section, sometimes I don't even bother looking in the comment section of a YouTube video, because 9 times out of 10, excuse me, it's filled with some pointless argument, that it's just going nowhere, and it's getting out of hands. It's like you're filling this page up for, just mindless, not even mindless fun, just mindless, yeah. Oh, so what is up for discussion on this Wrestling Corner? Well, what's up for discussion is that since it's the new year, be best to ring in the new year with giving some predictions for my predictions that I have for this year of wrestling, basically 2016. And also, and I have to thank my good friend Nate. A couple of minutes ago, not like an hour, a couple of hours ago, he informed not only me but the others in our Facebook chat group about this news report that came out. I don't know if it came out today or it came out tomorrow. I mean, I'm not dead. Tomorrow, what the hell? Yesterday, about possible prospects coming to WWE, and not just any prospects, popular and talented prospects coming to WWE. And you know what? You know what? I was gonna go with the predictions, but since that's like one of the most, that's like really, really recent. What the hell? I think it's best to start off with that report. Wait a minute. But first off, oh my God. Look out. Look out. Oh. Yeah, it has been a bad day for New Day. They got upstaged by returning Chris Jericho, who has officially put himself in this year's Royal Rumble. Okay. Just find the report. Once again, using the tablet. Okay. Hold, hold on, guys. And this, once again, there's no guarantees, but it's just might as well just put it out there of this report. But it's nothing like it's guaranteed or there's a timetable for when it's going to happen. It's just a report. So just take it as that, even though it would be a pretty big deal if it does happen. All right. Results. Okay. Here we go. All right. I'm actually going to read the actual report. The source is from F4W Online. And oh shoot, it's from um who plays Maggie from The Walking Dead. Okay, there we go. Quote. I quote. In an update from earlier, WWE has reportedly signed New Japan Pro Wrestling stars AJ Styles, Doc Gallows, Carl Anderson, and current IWGP Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura, according to F4W Online. We first exclusively, and this is coming from WrestleNews.com. We first exclusively reported in early December that WWE was interested in signing Nakamura. The group reportedly informed NJPW Booker Gato that they were finishing up before Wrestle Kingdom 10 this morning. No word yet on when the four will begin work with WWE, but Nakamura, and hold on, I got a phone call. Sorry about that. It's Kalisto. Human highlight film. All right, ooh, we're reading back on. No word yet on when the four will begin work with WWE, but Nakamura apparently is not leaving early, as he will most likely drop his title before leaving. Oh. FRW added that Anderson was reportedly also in talks with TNA and close to signing, but the WWE deal came through instead. Oh. Anderson, Gallows, and Nakamura are expected to honor their Ring of Honor dates for February, and AJ is likely done with ROH going forward. Okay. Right, so that is the report. Even though I said it's reportedly that they are signed, but have yet to. There's really been no date um disclosed of when they will be reporting to WWE for any type of event, whether live show or meeting or you name it, until it until it comes out official, whether you see a picture or it's on W.com. Until then, I'm just taking it as a possibility, but a big possibility. For me, I've always wanted to see AJ Styles in the WWE. It's just something that I always wanted to see. You know, according to Jim Ross, when Jim Ross had AJ on his podcast, he considered AJ the one that got away. You know, JR definitely wanted AJ, definitely wanted to recruit him, you know, sign him, but you know, for whatever reason, I didn't listen. My brother, you know, listened to the whole podcast of AJ Styles, but you know, as we all know, it didn't turn out the way JR wanted to, because AJ will be in TNA for since almost the start. I don't know if he was there for the first night, but first time I saw AJ Styles was 2004, when TNA started coming on, you know, over here on Fox Sports Net. And I'm not sure, it could have been 2003, 2004, but still. But from there on, you know, basically I watched AJ's TNA career, most of his career. So even saw his last match, which was overbooked. It's crazy, but anyway. Um, yeah, but I always wanted to see AJ Styles in the WWE at the time when he was still in TNA, and I wanted to see him in the WWE. I felt that he had a lot of it's not like he doesn't have a lot of people to work with now, especially if he goes to NXT. Excuse me. But at the time when I really wanted to see him, you know, go to WWE, you know, I could have saw him doing some good match with John Morrison. Of course, CM Punk. You know, CM Punk, Jericho. I would have liked to see the AJ Styles and Jericho match. But now, you know, you got Neville, you got Owens, you got Ziggler. Oh, ooh. You know, let's just say it's NXT. You got Finn. You got whenever Hideo comes back. You got you got Sami Zayn, and you got a familiar face for him, a familiar opponent, Samoa Joe. So that's one thing I'm looking at. If it does come out true, that think about it, AJ would to come to NXT, or let's just say Samoa Joe I don't think Samoa Joe is staying in NXT forever. You know, same thing for Finn. I think you know, they will likely be sent up to the main roster. But can you just imagine AJ and Joe, their rivalry um, that started in TNA is taken to the next level, taken to the bigger stage by it being on a WWE pay-per-view, or just a WWE event. Oh, period. And as for, oh, oh my God. No, don't do that. Oh. And as for Luke Gallows, well, you know, whether you guys know it or not, Luke Gallows has been part of WWE. He was Festus and, of course, Luke Gallows. But I think it's no question that since then, Gallows has definitely improved. The Gallows back then is not the same Gallows right now. I think he's a way better performer, wrestler than he was back then. Yes, he was, with the Festus gimmick, but ow. But once he went over to Japan and and that's most time what happens. When people go over to Japan for a tour, they come back different. The Tomko, but in a different way. Because when Tomko came back from Japan, he came back very, very, very out of shape. And then he got arrested for, if I'm not mistaken, something sexual with a child or so. Hey, John. Hold on. Okay, back. And then as for Carl Anderson, for those of you that don't know, Carl Anderson is Luke Gallows' partner. They're part of the Bullet Club. The Bullet Club is probably has been the hottest stable in all of wrestling for the past, I think, 2 to 3 years. Probably even, yeah, I think, 2 to 3 years. There was a group that was started by Finn Balor when he was in, New Japan, and that'd be another interesting thing because Nate even asked if it does come out true that they are coming. Do WWE should WWE like put the band back together? And I said it would be interesting because AJ did not come into the fold until after Finn left for NXT. That's when AJ took Finn's spot as like the leader. It was only until Finn came, so it'd be crazy, it'd be pretty interesting. They put the group back together, or they incorporate that, into the story, because it would be like, how I put it, it would be like, for instance, there's, the casual fans, it'd be a case like, I guess you can say, like catering to, the the non-casual fans, because they see Gallows, Anderson, and AJ coming to the ring, and Finn's in the same ring. They are going to get, okay, without any commentating, they're going to get what that means. Oh, wait a minute. Could be a Bullet Club, but why? But Balor and AJ actually on the same. It's the group that Finn started, and then Jin, AJ, took the ball and and has been scoring ever since taking the ball of the Bullet Club. So took the reins and everything. So it'll be pretty interesting. They incorporate that if that was to happen. It will be something that okay, non-casual fans they might have to ask somebody, okay, wait, what's this all? What's this Bullet Club? But it's not like we haven't seen Bullet Club shirts in WWE at WWE events. It's just like the NWO shirt, how they were so popular that you would see them at a WWE event. Even during the Monday Night War and even after the Monday Night War. It's like with the Bullet Club, you see their shirts. You see people wear their shirts at W events, TNA events. So, but it would be pretty interesting. They do that. John, you have to say if AJ comes to WWE, I would love to see him, Kevin Owens have a great feud. Yeah, I mean, I would, especially now that don't forget AJ has, in terms of appearance wise, he has long got rid of the phenomenal look. The short hair, almost, clean shave, look. Now he's got that kind of gruff look. He comes out with the hoodie and everything. So, and he's got this, and Brock Lesnar comes back next Monday. So, see, John, remember you asked about Brock Lesnar last week? There we go. But now, and AJ's got this evident mean streak now. So yeah, him versus Kevin Owens or him versus Dean, it'll be intense. And even AJ, I was talking about how you go to Japan, you come back, you go to Japan, you come back different, or you up your intensity level. So that's what AJ did. You look at how AJ wrestles in his New Japan match. You ever get the chance to? And for those of you that don't know, New Japan Pro Wrestling is shown in the States, even though it's not the recent stuff. But there's a channel called, I believe it's AVS. You know what? Let me just click on the DVR here. Okay. AXS TV. I don't know, depending on your cable provider, not sure, if all cable providers have AXS TV, but every Friday night, New Japan Pro Wrestling, they show New Japan Pro Wrestling, and after every match, they have like an interview with a wrestler or the wrestlers in whatever's the big match. Basically, like a look back at the match. So, and that's how I got to know about who else was in that report. Shinsuke Nakamura. Man, I've seen, I'm not, even though I like, Japanese style wrestling, basically as it's called the strong style. That's what Japanese wrestling is nicknamed, strong style wrestling. With a strong style, or Joshi are the females. I'm not a regular watch because that stuff it really airs in Japan, and the only time you can probably see it here recent, like recent. Now I have to wait is I guess probably, ordering it on DVD, or if somebody streams it, from Japan, live, but thanks to, AXS TV with New Japan, showing New Japan Pro Wrestling, that's how I got to know about Shinsuke Nakamura. And man, you want to talk about a guy that oozes charisma? That guy right there. And, not saying that there have not been charismatic people that I've seen come out of Japan, but, when I first think of Japan, Japanese wrestling, thinking hard hitting, stiff, stiff, stiff hits and everything. Not really. And if there is a character, I'm gonna lie, if there is a character element to it, it is a unique character. But that's the first thing I think of. Not most of the time I think of charisma. But you see Shinsuke Nakamura, this guy just oozes charisma. The crowd loves him. He's very eccentric. He basically doesn't stand still. But he's a great wrestler. So great to the point that now that IWGP, they now have an Intercontinental Championship now. And once Shinsuke won the Intercontinental belt, their Intercontinental belt has only been around, I think, for I think 3 to 4 years. MVP was the first holder of it. But when Shinsuke Nakamura won it, he brought it to such a high level that it was considered to some, higher belt than the IWGP heavyweight belt. So I think it was main eventing shows over the IWGP belt. Not like how sometimes maybe something will maybe something will main event because the champion is in a tag match. No. Shinsuke's Intercontinental Championship matches would actually main event over the IWGP heavyweight belt, which is an amazing feat. So that's how good Shinsuke Nakamura, is, and how good he's been to the IWGP Intercontinental Championship, which is not that old. It's still young, and he was able to elevate it to that level of success. So, once again, if this report is factual, man, big deal. That's a big deal for WWE, and I guess it shows, a changing, of the guard, if you will, for WWE. And it's probably, these moves are probably not being made by, I don't know, but probably not being made by Vince McMahon. They're probably being made by Triple H himself. And the reason why I can believe that is because it was Triple H who went after Mystico, the original Sin Cara. It was Triple H that sought after Kong. So, and this is before NXT. So it would not surprise me if Triple H, has been seeking out and making these negotiations, if they are true, with Gallows, Anderson, Styles, and Nakamura. It would not surprise me. So, John, do you think we could ever see Christopher Daniels in WWE? Well, it's funny. It's funny when Christopher Daniels was on doing an IGN commercial, not IGN video, and he was like, he had to answer questions in, I think, 40. He had to do something where he wearing all these shirts, and he had to at the same time he had to take off the shirt and answer whatever question. I think in a minute, or like a minute or 40 seconds or so. And one of the questions was, do you think, I think one of the questions was, do you think W ever signed you? And he's taking on he's like, maybe, I don't know, maybe too old for them. And the reason why he said that, was funny, but because, yeah, WWE does look at, age as a factor. Not saying that there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, one would say, but they have signed back Batista. But when they signed Batista back, Batista was 45, believe it or not. Yeah, Batista's in his mid 40s. And then they signed Sting, who's in his 50s. And Daniels is in his 40s, believe it or not. I'm never gonna forget when I finally saw, I finally just checked Daniels, and I'm like, wait a minute, Daniels is in his 40s? I thought he was the same age as Joe and AJ, because I'm just thinking they've been together for so long. I didn't know Daniel was like the real oldest out of the three. Same thing for talking about Batista. It was the same thing when I found out Batista's age, and I'm like, wait a minute, you telling me that Batista was the second oldest in Evolution, even though his role was the future? It went Flair from oldest to youngest. It went Flair, Batista, Triple H, Orton. And I'm like, wait, but Batista is, but Batista is older than Triple H. But anyway, to answer your question, do I think we could ever see Christopher Daniels in WWE? Um, hey, I think anything is possible now, because look, we got Kevin Owens / Kevin Steen. One that Jim Cornette always said that Owens was never going to make it to WWE. Because of how he looked. He felt Owens didn't care because of how he looked, which could not be farther than the truth. Yes, Owens is not the most jacked up guy, but you can tell from his work ethic he does care about wrestling. Same thing for Mick Foley. Mick Foley wasn't a cutters guy, but you know most a good part of Mick Foley being considered hardcore is not most because the thumbtacks, the barbed wire, the C4, getting thrown off a cell, is because of his work ethic. But um, well, we got um Kevin Owens. We've seen, you know, we've seen Hideo, Kenta, who WWE actually reached out for. It wasn't like Kenta reached out to them. I always said that's what I always found the biggest thing about when they got Kenta. That it was them going to him. Then Joe. It's like, oh crap. I'm sure it's Samoa Joe. Then, well, even though he never signed, but seeing James Storm on NXT. And the reason why I say never signed, because reports is that James Storm is going to be on the TNA show, the first TNA show of 2016, which is tomorrow. And I plan on getting back on TNA. I said that I will get back. I will get back to watching TNA when the new year starts, because I had not watched TNA since like the second to last episode before Bound for Glory. But still, seeing James Storm and then Joe, it's like, whoa. So with all those, and then Kana, with who's now Oscar, with all those, you know, um, with all those signings or or pickups, I think it's possible for anything now. I don't think it's really like exclusive, excluding people anymore. Like, I don't think you really say, but this person's never going to make, this person's never going to make it. It's now the ball. Okay, with Joe, and Owens, and now if these reports are true with AJ, Gallows, Anderson, and Nakamura, it's like, yo, and again, Jushin Thunder Liger, even though I don't think he really is signed, but I think there's a report that he's willing to do more takeovers or more shows with the WWE, like more NXT shows. So it's like, who's to say that, we can't see this person? So to answer your question, I think with all the recent pickups and everything, never know. If Christopher Daniels, if he says, you know what, I'm done with Ring of Honor. That's where he is now, Ring of Honor. I'm gonna try to do a show. Heck, it might not even have to be a actual signing. He could just do, you never know. He might just want to just be on NXT or something like, just like James Storm, not signed, but do a couple of shows or something. John, I would love to see Jay Lethal in W. I think he fits their style. Would you agree? After the year Jay Lethal had in 2015, I am not. I would not be surprised there a report comes out that WWE is interested in Jay Lethal. I always felt that Jay Lethal's career breakthrough was that one impact, where he imitated Ric Flair. What? No, well, you know what? Scratch that. Because before that, it was Black Machismo. But I think he cemented his TNA run with after Black Machismo with that imitation of Flair promo. It's one of my favorite promos in all wrestling, not just TNA. I was dying when I watched that promo the first time. So yeah, I would love to see. I think Jay Lethal would be would be a good fit for the WWE, especially how he's carried himself. As Ring of Honor World Champion. I'm not sure if he still is the television champion as well, but yeah, man. And by the way, this is not the first time that the WWE Championship has been defended on a January 4th episode of Raw, because there's some trivia today. Yes, today. Today, yeah, today is the 17th anniversary, man. The 17th anniversary of when Mick Foley defeated The Rock. Look at this bull crap. It was the 17th anniversary when Mick Foley defeated The Rock for the WWE Championship on Raw. And first time Mick Foley ever won the WWE Championship. And not only that, but also makes that night historical, because it was probably one of the most pivotal moments in all of wrestling, because it was that night. It was that night where WWE took over the Monday Night War in the ratings. After that night, Nitro would not go on to defeat Raw in the ratings ever again. ever again. They would never go on to defeat Raw in the ratings ever again. All because, all because Eric Bischoff, during one of his tactics during the Monday Night Wars, the Monday Night War was to, since Raw was taped, this was when Raw was, I think it was, Raw was, it used to go, Raw was live every other show and it was taped the next, but if it was a taped Raw, he would spoil the results. And he thought that, you know what? I'm gonna spoil, this supposed to be their WWE's big moment of having Mick win the belt. Let me spoil that. And Tony Schiavone would say, and on Raw they would have Mick Foley win their championship. Huh? That's gonna put a lot of butts or asses to the seats. And just when he said that, I forget because they actually said how many viewers switched from Nitro to Raw to see Mick win the belt. So yep, January 4th will always be a pivotal moment, a pivotal day in wrestling, and it's because of that, not necessarily because. Well, no, I forget. Well, it was no, and another thing that special happened on January 4th was in January 4th, 2010, Bret Hart made his return to WWE. And that was also when TNA moved to Mondays and tried to start a new Monday Night War, which I predicted was not going to go very far, and it did not because soon, within like a couple of, I think a couple of months a couple of months, TNA went back to being taped instead of live on Mondays. And that's something that I predicted, and I was right with that prediction. And that's a perfect segue into you know, the main course of this exquisite discussion menu, which is my predictions for 2016 of professional wrestling. Oh my gosh, Jillian Michaels got a reality show too. Anyway, um, predictions. One of my first predictions. One of my predictions for 2016 wrestling. And I guess this is me being very optimistic. Very optimistic is that this year, unlike the past 2 years, there 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 will not be an on-screen and online backlash when the Rumble is over. Because for the past 2 years, the look at Vince McMahon. Look at this guy. Look at him. How you gonna be a referee? You're off the bra. Oh man. Okay. Uh, oh. Yeah, because for the past 2 years, you know, there's been a major backlash from the fans, not just online, but actually in attendance after the Rumble match. Go back to starting from 2014. 2014, Bryan was kicked off the show with Bray Wyatt, which was one hell of a match, which was a match of the year candidate in my book. But the fans also thought that Bryan was going to pull double duty, or should have pulled double duty. Basically, should have also been in the Royal Rumble match, but he was not. And when number 30 came out, Rey Mysterio, it's probably the only time you will ever see Rey Mysterio almost get booed out of the building. And it wasn't necessarily because it was Rey Mysterio. Like the crowd just suddenly, we don't like Rey Mysterio anymore. It was more it wasn't Bryan. So Rey Mysterio was put in a very, very bad position. Basically, anybody could have came at that spot, and they had not been Bryan, they would have gotten the same reaction. But then also Batista, who the fans had already, turned on, whether it be because is another part timer coming back, or because we know he's going to win. I think because they knew he was going to win the Rumble, but they didn't want him to win the Rumble because they thought it should have been Bryan. But that was the first instance of, the make. Look at this slow kick. Watch out. But yeah, that was the first instance of the Royal Rumble Backlash, 2014. Oh my God. Then fast forward 1 year later to 2015. And the man you see in the ring today, right now, Roman Reigns fell victim to the backlash. Just Vince McMahon. Oh no! This fast count. Oh. Oh! Superman punch! This son of a bitch. Well, yeah, Roman once again, and I think in this case the crowd was also more upset, not just because Bryan did not win a game, but because Bryan was actually in this run, but got eliminated suspiciously very, very early. But also, Bryan didn't win, Ambrose didn't win, or Ziggler didn't win, and it was Roman who W felt that who they felt that W was pushing down their throat. Oh! So, but now look what you did. Yeah, why is there not a referee coming down so quick? Wow, wow, just beat him down, Roman. But so you know, and never make it worse. It was in Philly, and Philly Philly is a very you know fickle and very hard town, especially in wrestling. And then you got also so I predict that this year there will not be being very optimistic. There will not be that sort of backlash this year for the Rumble. All right, John. I think Kevin Owens becomes WWE champ in 2016. It's funny to bring up Kevin Owens. Funny to bring Kevin Owens because one of the predictions that my friend Nate had is that Kevin Owens will be Mr. Money in the Bank this year. No, don't stay too close to that guy. Then oh, nah, Roman. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Hey man, that did just say down there. Oh, what the hell? It's Scott. Man, Scott Armstrong has become the new Nick Patrick. Man, Scott Armstrong has become the new Nick Patrick. Look at it. No, what is this? Oh! 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 Oh man. Oh, wow. There's only been one Royal Rumble for a WWE Championship, and that's the one that Ric Flair won. Wow. Wow. All right, John, my next question is Triple H at WrestleMania. My prediction for Triple H at WrestleMania was him versus The Rock, since The Rock is official. Rock is going to be at WrestleMania. Because personally, you said we'll face Roman. Personally, I don't really want Triple H. Personally, I don't want Triple H versus Roman at WrestleMania. Uh, I think that the authority, personally, I feel the authority angle should have died or came to an end a long time ago. You know, it should have ended at least. It first I should have ended was when Bryan won the belt, and if it wasn't going to end there, it should have ended when they did the freaking the freaking uh did the winner take all like match. Then it should have ended with Sting. But yeah, I predict Rock versus Triple H. Probably, Triple H is going to try to get at Roman, but The Rock, you know, you know, being being Roman's cousin, comes to his defense and they stemming off what happened at last year's WrestleMania. See some other predictions. Uh, Ones that I know I'm definite ones that I strongly feel what are predictions. Like it's not like I'm just throwing them out there. Sasha versus Charlotte at Mania. I think there's I think it's no coincidence. There's no coincidence why WWE has protected Sasha. If you think about Sasha's probably not the main focus of the division, the women's division on the main roster of now, but at the same time, she hasn't really. I don't think she's really lost. She hasn't been pinned or made to submit. If I'm not mistaken, since coming to the main roster, they have protected Sasha. She's probably not come out on the winning end of every match, but she hasn't been the if her team the team bad has lost, it hasn't been Sasha that's taken the loss, or if it's a fatal four way or something or triple threat, she's not the one taking the loss. I think there's no coincidence. I think there's a reason for why that's been the case. You know, so I predict Sasha and Charlotte at Mania, and and still going with Sasha. I predict Sasha to become champion in 2016 this year. I actually would like for somebody. This is a prediction, or not even a prediction. This is mostly a wish for every year. I wish for the women's belt to come back. You know, because that whole butterfly thing, you know, it doesn't really look all that. It doesn't really feel that empowering, like a real belt. You know, I miss the women's belt. Okay, John. I predict a brave face turn. Wow. Does that mean that you feel it be him turning face and breaking away from his own stable, or him turning face along with the wives? Because I just can't. eh, I just can't see. You know, um, um, Bray. Bray and the whole Wyatt family. Turning face. So, I mean, just just crazy. But that's a bold prediction. A very bold prediction. About to wrap this up. Any more predictions, John? Yeah, any more predictions? I think of no prediction. Okay. Yeah, my prediction. I think a lot of people's predictions was, Sting versus Undertaker, but uh, oh, Sting versus Undertaker, but I mean, it's, I don't know, how Sting has been recovering from his injury, which is, it's always sad to hear because Sting, Sting has, kind of gone through his career without a crucial injury. Um, but a lot of people will, a lot of people will feed into, the hype of Taker and read the, feed into the hype of, Taker and Sting because it's something that we've all wanted. Something that I think is something good to feed into, rather than it's good to feed to that rather than feed the troll. As the saying goes, you don't feed the troll. You don't. You know, no matter how hungry the troll is, you just don't feed it. I think of another prediction. So trying to think of, trying to think of another prediction. Plot, 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 plot. Hmm. Oh, you talk about a Bray face turn, a Rollins face turn. I say keep your eye on that. It would not be the first time a heel comes back, comes back, and they now face. Triple H did it back in 2001. Kurt Angle did it in 2003. Um, it's just something that's not uncommon. It's just, you know, well, I'm seeing. I'm seeing these, you know, this, remember viewers and John, remember I was talking about, meaningless stuff that you see on YouTube, in comment sections. It's what this person over here, Paco, is trying to do here. Read my chats, read my comments. Well, you're not, how can I put it? You're not getting anything that's very engrossing, that's very that actually means something to this, video. So there's no point. No, there's no point. Like, so, well, so that's just the name of the game. There's some other predictions. You know, that's my, no, I'm not going to. I'm not going to leave. Well, some people say, well, I'm trying to think of some other predictions. Okay, I said Rollins face turn. So I got Rollins face turn. I said it'll be pretty interesting the New Day, turn face, which would not surprise me because okay, John, yeah, Joe call up. You know what? I almost say that's a guarantee instead of a prediction. It is a prediction, but I think uh it's more of a guarantee. I think Joe, if not Joe, then Finn Balor is going to get the call up to, the main roster. And I don't know because the whole thing was that the report was an NXT wrestler would not be pushed up to the main roster unless there was something planned for them. And I've always said it that I feel there is money in Finn Balor. The whole demon stuff, the whole demon aspect, that's money. You can easily market that. It's easily marketable. John, Young Bucks. Yeah, there was rumors rumbling not that long ago of the Young Bucks, having, in talks with WWE, possibly. Hello. That people, that's first. Young Bucks coming together. Yeah, there was rumors, of rumblings of them coming to the WWE, them having like NXT tryout like matches. So, would not surprise me. I don't know if they are still in talks with WWE. Um, yeah. Well, Paco from the Three Musketeers is leaving. I'll be Paco. Well, if you're talking about who's getting big, that's not my friend, that's my brother. But we're talking about John. I don't need to tell him that because hopefully, we'll never see you again because the commandment is you don't feed the troll because the troll just has nothing better to do. So hopefully never see you again, Paco. And don't worry about him, John. It's okay. Just, Oh my God. Gabi.
Gabi's here.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Gabi is here. What a main event! Oh yeah, no. See, I'm not. I can't see. I can't say that. Gabi, Chris just walked in. Don't want to spoil it for him, but it's good to have you here, Gabi. I always said that. Your presence is always felt that it's just been missed. Good to see you. Commenting on the show. I wish to have you as a guest sometime again. No, it's all right, Gabi. And by the way, just let you know, but you dealt with this plenty of time. There's a troll in the room. Remember, don't feed the troll. Just don't do it. It's not good for your health. It's just not. It's not good for your health, and it's not good for your sake of common sense. Because and I know you have common sense, Gabi. So don't sink to trolls levels. Just good to know. But let me do Sean O'Hare. I'm just telling you something that you already know.
Pretty good.
I've been trying to tell you that.
The
blueberries are good too. Gabi, you have any predictions? For 2016 in wrestling.
I just like to say this. I'm glad to see that the corner is still going. It's on a new channel now. It's in good hands. Like I said, guys, I wish I could do it, but my scheduling, especially on Mondays now, is too tight to do it. But I do have a segment on my main channel called Wrestling Talk. I have to get back to doing it. Oh yeah, cheap plug, sorry. But the next episode will be about the Wyatt family, so stay tuned for that. But it's in good hands here. Hope it gets more people to watch.
That are not trolls.
That are not fucking trolls. Okay. But other than that, hi everybody. If you remember me, I know you do. But I'm gonna enjoy Raw right now. So
well, you know what? That's probably the best thing that Paco the Troll has said, has commented. GTA. That's probably the best thing. He's talking about Grand Theft Auto. That's great and all, but at the same time, that has nothing to do with the wrestling corner.
It's fucking cold up here.
Yeah, it's getting cold. Getting cold. It's like 13
degrees out here in New York.
And Gabi says he's looking forward to the wrestling talk.
Oh, well, there's only one up, but yeah, I'll do the next one later. It's about something about the Wyatt family I've been thinking about.
Oh! I'm trying to think of another. I'm trying to think of like another, prediction. Rob, I kind of want to wait to see if Gabi at least has one, prediction before, I close this thing out.
Oh yeah, this was outside.
Yeah, it was. Stupid Vince McMahon. Gabi. Vince looked flabby and ripped at the same time. Oh, fuck.
I'm still here, Guapo.
Prediction for 2016. Fortunately, I see Cena at least tying Ric Flair's record. Oh, watch it. Oh. And Jen's here as well. Jen says hello. Oh, hello, Jen.
So, oh yeah. So Jen, Malcolm's gonna take this. He says he wants this, the in Space Invader hopper. So I gave it to him.
Oh, by the way, Jen, there's a troll still in this chat room, but you know it's in your best intentions to not feed. You know, just don't feed. Just don't. You know, but trolls but trolls have to make a living somehow. But hopefully that means that though they try to make a living by doing something that's that's meaningless, and it's not only meaningless but also what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, not constructive, that they have a good life as well, even though they try to make others miserable for whatever reason. Probably it's a case of, you know, like do Undertaker, remember Jared with the Undertaker. He's the one with the low self-esteem problem. You just don't get why there's trolls. Look, I predict Undertaker will face John Cena in the main event of WrestleMania. Ooh. You know what I predict? I predict that that John Cena and Roman Reigns will face off for the WWE Championship. And that's probably where John Cena will tie, because remember, people, that Ric Flair actually has more than 16 world championships, but 16 is only the number that WWE stops at. John, I predict Taker will retire. You predict Undertaker will retire in the year 2016. So that's a big prediction right there. Look at Taker retires. What is there that he has not done? What is there left for him to do, to prove? Nothing. John, you're also there. TNA loses Jeff Hardy. I think a safe prediction is that as it's going now, that TNA will probably lose a lot of people. Gabi also says Bailey will have a huge debut on the main roster. Why did you say that? Because Chris told me not too long ago that Bailey is in no rush to come to the main roster.
Bailey says, and I quote, she still feels that she's needed down in NXT.
And you know what? I think she is. I think that, man, sorry. I think Bailey is needed in oh my God, man, everybody's just showing up. Everybody's just showing up. I was about to end this thing. Okay. It's Big Red. Hey guys, it's raining here in drought ravaged Australia, and can't WWE come up with new storylines with Roman Reigns taking on McMahon? This is not 1998 anymore. Funny that you bring that up, Big Rick, because I remember this person, a wrestling fan, he had a blog. He had a blog, and it was talking about storylines that have been rehashed. And the two main, and I'm not going to lie, he had a point. Since they've started, the two storylines in wrestling that have been rehashed over and over and over again, ever since Stone Cold and Vince McMahon, basically wrestler versus the authority figure. Yes, there has been some different versions take of it, different take that have worked, but and not only that, basically the NWO angle. Those, I agree, those two storylines have been the most rehashed storylines, in wrestling. Okay, Gabe, if Bailey doesn't debut this year, she should debut around next year, man. She should feud with Stephanie McMahon. Oh man, I've always thought that AJ and Stephanie was going to have a match, and then when Stephanie had her match at SummerSlam with Brie Bella and looked pretty good in the ring, I was thinking, hey, why not do AJ versus Stephanie? Just you guys teased it a couple of times. Um, John Brock will face Dean Ambrose. Oh, wow.
Oh my God! Look who's in the crowd. Oh, I think it is.
Oh.
That guy who used to always cry.
No. Come on. He got mad over Rock.
Yeah.
No, he with that gray hair. All that stress. Look, I predict people will still be chanting CM Punk. Oh yeah, that I still think CM Punk chanting the yes chant actually irritates Vince McMahon, especially last week when he told Roman, first thing I want you to do, I want to tell you to shut up. I think you're really talking to the fans that are chanting, yes, 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 and CM Punk. Um, Here's something I predict for NXT. Because there's been we've been giving a lot of predictions for NXT, push-ups, or call-ups. I predict female wrestler by the name of Athena to come to NXT in 2016. That's what I predict. I'm damn surprised that Charlotte hasn't trashed the Diaz time, bro. Yeah, I was just and I was talking about how. Cause my prediction is Sasha. Yeah, Sasha's gonna win. Is gonna win the belt. He's gonna win the belt this year. I predict Sasha is gonna win the belt this year. I always say, one of my wishes is for somebody to say enough of this belt because this is not empowering for women athletes. I'm gonna bring out our real belt, and it. Go with that stupid quote. John, so yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Charlotte hasn't. Since she spoke, hard about being like Ronda Rousey main eventing pay-per-views and this and that. That somebody hasn't brought. How about we have an idea? Charlotte. Bringing back the women's belt. Because the NXT belt, even though it's silver and everything, it doesn't look that glittery all like that butterfly. But it's still called the NXT Women's Belt. And look who's there. John, I predict Vince will hand the company Triple H. Yeah, and that's probably going to make a certain somebody upset. His name is Kevin Dunn. Kevin Dunn. Gotta be NXT predictions. Number one, Hideo Itami will be NXT champ this year. Yeah, I hope when Hideo comes back, and I still kind of feel he might turn on Finn because he didn't look too happy. He was at Beast in the in the East. Because I still feel that Beast in the East was meant for Hideo to win, but when Hideo got hurt, it fell in the hands of Finn. That's all. I always felt that because Finn already had his chance and looked like okay. Now Hideo was going to get a shot at for the title, but he got hurt. We got Samoa Joe will appear in the Royal Rumble match this year. Ooh. What about another Rumble prediction? Sami Zayn will appear in the Royal Rumble. But Big Rick, if you're still here, I hope everything is well. Even though you're in drought, everything, and there's Big Rick right now. Ronda Rousey will be involved. That's man 32, but I'm not sure after her loss to Holly Holm. Maybe, or maybe Seth Rollins turned on authority when he returned. Yeah, that's my prediction. My prediction is Seth Rollins turns face. He turns face. And I do agree with you, Big Rick. I was going to say that, yeah. At the time, everybody was saying, oh, Rock and Rousey, Rock and Ronda versus Steph and Triple H. But you gotta wonder. It's like, hey, somebody's like, hey, well, since Home is the hottest thing right now, why not go with her? Got it. Eva Marie will be NXT Women's Champion. I do not want this, but I see it happening. But they probably before. Asuka will be the one to destroy Eva Marie for the title. I just kind of hope that's it for Eva Marie, period. I think Eva Marie would be best probably as a valet or Mary, because she can just because she can just stand out there. Somebody was like, oh, Eva Marie should, technically she should get heel of the year. It's like, turn the reaction, yeah, but here's the deal about Eva Marie's heat. None of it is in regards to something that she does. It's go away. It's not like they respond to. She hasn't really made off of that heat. It's not like Vicky Guerrero. How Vicky initially used to get go away heat, but then was able to turn the go away heat into they just enjoyed her being a good heel. But as far as I'm concerned, Bayley is the top star in NXT. Not Balor, not Joe, not Apollo. It's Bayley. Hey, we want some Bayley. Hey, we want some Bayley. Hey, Bayley was my baby face of the year. I always said that I always said about something about many look at so many would like no bad you know what's happening there? Oh no, I'm playing. Baylor, one look at that. Me and Nick were talking. He's like, he's surprised that. He's surprised that. One might think, you're kind of surprised that the crowd hasn't turned on Bayley yet, because I think Nate got a point. Bayley's gimmick, in this time of age, in this time of day, would easily be turned on, because she's a pure baby face. It's like she's almost like Nate say, she's like the female John Cena in terms of character. But this is why I think it resonates well with the fan. A, it's believable. B, she has had setbacks. It's not like Bayley. It's been success. We've seen her grow as a competitor, not just as a competitor, but as a character. So that's one thing I've always liked about. They did like with Sami Zayn, because like, You know, with what the hell, John predict Bailey heel turn.
Never.
Ooh,
Ain't
you
happening.
got a you got a theory to this prediction of why Bailey will turn heel?
That ain't never happened.
Nah. No. Let me do Austin.
Nah.
Man, I can't see that.
That ain't never happened.
I cannot. But you know what? Then again, I couldn't. I did not really see Alexa turn heel, and she turned to be a pretty good heel. But I just can't see Bailey.
There's got to be a major reason for that.
Oh, Blue Goblin. I asked WWE, why do we get Big Show versus Ryback done? WWE tells me, fuck you. That's why. Laugh out loud. Yeah, you know, it was not. It also didn't help that they do this Ryback and Big Show match again. I remember Ryback gets thrown out the ring and he can't get back up. Like, see, I can't say that because that'd be spoiling for Chris here. Can't say the other thing that about Big Show. My brother out.
Oh,
Big what? My prediction is that Undertaker will be inducted in the Hall of Fame and have a retirement match like Flair. And I think the Freebirds should be inducted considering their connection to Dallas. Ooh, that is actually a good prediction. That's a good, because when they were in Houston, Devon Eriks, along with Austin, I still feel Austin went in early. I still feel when Austin went, it should have been like an Attitude Era edition. Him, Rock, Hunter, Mick, Taker. If they were going to have Taker go there, okay. I still feel Austin went in early. But yeah, when during in Houston, yeah, they had Devon Eriks. They had Devon Eriks, they had Kevin representing the whole family. It's always messed up when you bring up Devon Eriks. It's like it just I wasn't around during their time, but and I'm not going. I kid you not. I learned about the Von Erichs family. Oh, I learned about the Von Erichs family through a game series called Legends of Wrestling, and I kid you not. That's how I learned about a lot of legends in wrestling from that game. Because kid you not, that's how I learned about. That's how I learned about Big John Studd. That's how I learned about King Kong Bundy. That's how I learned about the Sheik. Them hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert, Don Morocco. You name it. I know Legend Wrestling might not be the best wrestling game out there. I still think the second one was the best game, but that did help me, learn about wrestlers, about the past wrestlers. I knew who Hulk Hogan was. I knew Bret Hart. I knew Piper. I knew, Andre.
look out.
Oh, Jesus. So, I kid you not. Legend of Wrestling, hey, I owe my knowledge to most legends from that game. And oh no. No. Yeah. Gabi. Owen Hart will be inducted into Hall of Fame this year. I would like for that to happen. John. Ryback heel turn. Man, you don't know a lot of heels. Personally, I don't want Ryback to turn here. Judging from when he cut that promo, when he turned back face, even though it was in character, a part of it sounded like he didn't really want to be a heel. Like how Goldberg, Denver says, "Don't talk with your mouth full." Yeah, I'm sorry. Get that from Chris. I know, Gabi, you don't see it as a dream match, but what about that whole thing? What about that whole thing of, you know, Kevin Owens and Kevin Owens and oh my God, here comes that DD boy. About Kevin Owens versus Brock Lesnar, that whole rumor. Hey guys, how do you feel about? See, Nathan, I can't say it out loud because I'd be spoiling for Chris. But everybody, yeah. What are your thoughts on that? Personally, it for me, it did come as a surprise, but oh boy.
What? Which match are we talking about? Are you talking about
main
event?
No, they announced another Rumble match.
Oh. He's not even looking at him.
At first I was like, what is he doing? Like, oh, yeah, look at that. He's just like some animal. Just, it did come as a surprise, but I'm a little bit mixed about it. John, Kurt Angle returns to face Rusev. I'm kind of long past him going against Rusev because
I wanted Kurt Angle to return to take the belt from Del Rio.
Yeah, it's now looking like that. Probably, and you know what's funny? Bringing up Kurt Angle and Del Rio, because in a call league that I watched called WDF, Kurt Angle and Alberto Del Rio had like this long feud. But I can see your prediction, John. Once again, not shooting it down, but I think for me, I'm long past that because Rusev's no longer doing the whole U.S. challenge, like a challenge in America and everything. He's just a Bulgarian brute, but but I would like to see Kurt come back before he says he sees in years out, he don't see himself retiring anytime soon. Can we have any heels who are not aligned with the Authority?
Goddamn.
So far, really the only ones we have is the Wyatt family, or turn on top heels. The Wyatt, Sally. Sally. I don't know if I can really call the Wyatt family the Bray a top heel anymore because it always fluctuates with him. But he's not associated with the Authority. Owens, even though we've seen him talk with Triple, but officially he's not really associated with the Authority. The New Day, in a way, are associated. We've seen them time after time. Yeah, they have dope. Yeah, as people you love to hate. But I'm with you. But whenever the next heel champion comes, I would like for them to not be associated with the Authority and not the corporate champion. No, they're their own person. Like, I don't know. I don't like you. I don't like anybody. I don't do politics. I'm out for myself. Oh, Greg Gabi. Owens versus Larry. Hell no. I don't want that. It'll be a suplex fest. No purpose. No reason to care. I'd rather see Owens versus Zayn, man. There's a story there. There's yet to be a payoff. Yeah. Owens and Zayn still has yet to have an actual ending. John Cena beats Roman for a title. Yeah. I do see Cena versus Roman this year for the title. Okay, I forgot. There you go, Gabi. If Charlotte is going to be a clone of her dad, does that mean she's going to get herself a bunch of girls to play with like he did?
I'm looking forward to seeing Becky shine. Oh, my Irish lass.
Wait, what are you trying to say, Gabi? You're saying that that Charlotte's going to show signs she's bisexual?
She's bi-curious.
Yeah, she's a little bit bi-curious. She's gonna be a 60-minute woman.
I'm getting tired of this.
And those segments were started and tighter. All right, good. I don't want Jen telling me to stop talking about food. Stop talking food right now. But those segments with Titus and Star has been pretty funny.
Don't throw food in your mouth. Oh, good shot.
Here's a prediction. Here's a prediction. I don't know what's going to be true, but it's a prediction. I predict Bobby Roode to be signed.
Yeah, since James Storm is signed.
Actually, James Storm is actually not really signed.
What?
Because he's supposed to appear on TNA tomorrow.
Oh my God.
He's still a free agent. WWE never signed him.
Well, Bobby Roode, I wouldn't mind having him. Austin Aries.
Remember, I told you that Billy Gunn said when he first saw Bobby, his first thing was like,
don't mention Billy Gunn.
Oh yeah, Billy Gunn, Billy Gunn. But he was like, well, why are you still here? John, the Shield reunite. Oh man.
I did that for the first episode of Wrestling Talk.
The Shield reunion?
Yeah, like the Shield reunion. I talked about that.
That's right. Look, Kevin Owens, he won the first match of 2016. That means that now he never lost our first match of 2016. Oh, that's a prediction. Never wins a belt. He wins a damn belt.
That's right. Never wins a belt.
He wins either Intercontinental or the United States. Oh, look. You know what's something? I said, look at that Titus. That Titus for a period was Silver Surfer. Look at his head. It's got the paint.
He's getting the paint on his head.
Oh, he's slowly becoming Silver Surfer. Look at it.
Oh, man, it's all on it, man.
Look up. Adam Cole will appear on NXT sometime this year. Adam Cole from Ring of Honor.
They seem to be taking a lot of cats from Ring of Honor
and TNA.
I mean, the one guy you will probably never see on. I don't know. Maybe it'd be interesting if he did come with Cheeseburger.
Oh, you mean Victor?
Yeah, Victor.
John, predict New Day split. Ooh,
again. Also, they split up.
You know what? I predict them to turn face because it could be like the New Age Outlaw. New Age Outlaw started off as heels, but once they got popular, they became faces.
What if they semi-break up? One decides they want to go back, but solo, and the other stay tag team.
But personally, I say keep New Day together. This has been this has been the best thing they've had. I say all three of them, especially Kofi, because Kofi's been there the longest. And this is the most over Kofi has been since 2008, since when he debuted, and when he had his brief thing with Orton. That's Stardust. So I get that that other stuff. I get that's your prediction, John. But I don't think New Day should split up. Not just yet. They still got good entertainment, and I always say it's good. When you look at them, you can tell they're just having a ball.
I got a prediction.
What?
There's a prediction. Wade Barrett wins the IC title again, then gets injured and loses it.
That's a real snarky. And oh, by the way, he is hurt.
I knew
He
it.
has like some neck injury.
I knew it.
Remember, I was telling I was like, why look like Wade Barrett?
Hey. My Irish Lass is here.
What I'm doing this shit.
My Irish Lass.
Here comes Miss.
Did you ask for that match to us tonight? No, but I hope you're as excited about it as I am. I'm not excited. I already reached you on Raw, remember? Fair and square. If that's the way you want to remember it. But the way I remember it is the last time we watched it was great. So let's go in there and do it again. Unless, of course, you're worried I'm not going to win. Not really. Okay. You want a friendly rematch? The spirit of competition? In the spirit of competition. Woo!
Yeah, not with that one, but
What was I talking about?
sorry.
God, I'm so sick of the even Steven booking, the constant 6-man tag. Yeah, the 50-50 booking, and the 6-man tag. I agree with Nate. The last time, when the Shield were in their 6-man tag match, there was actually a little bit of build up into it. There was actually a reason for those 6-man tag matches. But speaking of the New Day, Big E will finally find his penis this year.
What?
There's a Bray. When the Wyatt family gets a girl member.
Don't rule. That's what I'm gonna talk about, guys.
That has always been like, okay, everybody thought, you thought, okay, this Sister Abigail, like, is this actually gonna become an actual person?
See, and that's what my next episode is about. Is about a female member, and you won't believe who I actually think should be that member.
On the roster.
She's not on the roster, but she would fit because the Wyatt should looked as monsters, right? She would fit. I'm not gonna spoil it. You'll just see what it is.
You can tell me after it goes off.
I can tell you here.
That does make a lot of sense.
That could be Sister Abigail,
and she's really tall.
That could be Sister Abigail.
Yeah, I remember a lot of people thought they were gonna have Sister Abigail be Caitlyn. Speaking of Caitlyn, you ever see Caitlyn's pictures on Instagram? Big Rick prediction: Stephanie McMahon finally gets beaten up by a male.
That ain't happening. Not in this era. You ain't never gonna see a man hit her again, ever. There's too many kids now watch this stuff.
It's supposed to be. A lot of kids watch during that.
It's PG.
But they're now going. They're really moving away from the man on female violence. Yeah. Here's a prediction: the Dudley Boys will turn heel on the Usos and have a brother versus brother feud.
I have a prediction: Dudley Boys will get their title back. Have 10 times.
10 times in WWE. Yeah. I know who Chris is going to pick. I know. I won't tell, but Gabby knows.
Huh? No, I don't think he knows.
Does he really know? He sure is like he knows.
Probably he may do. I don't know. He knows me too well, maybe.
You need to personally he needs to personally message you of his choice and see if he's right.
Okay. You heard that.
You heard that, Gabby? You can personally message Chris Facebook. You name it. So because Chris just told me in my ear who it is. So I got the inside scoop. So I know. So then I can hear what your prediction is. John, I think Paige's mother will fit the family. Soraya Knight, part of the Wyatt family.
Man.
But Soraya, no, she's menacing and all. But
But
personally, I don't see her wearing all that.
but she talks. Can she hide that accent? They'd be like, wait, that's Sister Abigail?
Yeah, she's British.
She's British.
I think that Soraya Knight should, me, I think she just be by herself. And then she can feud with Paige because they have feuded in the past. It's not who I think he'll pick. I know exactly who I'd pick. Well, still, I need a personal message him, man, before I can know.
I'm not on my.
Well, when you get on your right. Yeah, Chris went with a snarky prediction. Okay, I'll go with a snarky prediction. No, and actually not even just for the hell of it. No, I actually feel this is going to happen. That Pop will not support or promote TNA throughout the year.
Yeah, I got another.
What the hell? What happened? I just don't see, because if Destination America didn't do it, looking what Pop shows, I'm not sure if they're going to promote TNA throughout the year. And that's the same thing for why ECW fell with TNN, because TNA did not promote them, did not care to promote them. Yeah, all with that. It's like
It's the Irish lass. It is. I nicknamed her the Steampunk Queen.
Look, he just sent his guest on Facebook.
Okay, I gotta check it out. When I get on my thing, I'll check it.
Because if I can see her now, if he was wrong, I could do John K. Well, you were wrong again, got me.
All right, pass me the light.
You know what? I gotta thank you guys for coming on. Even though it was late, I gotta thank you guys because and also I gotta thank John because he's been here the longest.
Yes.
And he's been. You don't want to see Charles.
No. I just want to see.
I used to call Charles like Power Girl, Super Girl.
No. Maddie's Power Girl. She's Supergirl.
Oh, she's cheating.
Now she's cheating. Yeah, so she's not Supergirl no more. Supergirl don't cheat.
But yeah, that's my prediction for TNA.
Pull it off.
That they won't get too much support from Pop. John, the Big Show retires. And that's a prediction, but I think a lot of people really want that. Judging from those chants. You want Big Show to retire?
He's got nothing left to prove. I mean,
somebody said, getting stale. It's actually getting stale.
He's a giant.
I'm a giant. There we go. Hey, here's a prediction. Actually, two, and they both involve NXT. One, Gable and Jordan will become tag champs. And here's another prediction. It's a big wish. Kaz and Enzo finally win the tag team title. But just something. Oh, no. Not just Kaz and Enzo winning. You know what else I predict? Kaz and Enzo debuting by upstaging the New Day. Imagine that. That would be a perfect feud for Kaz and Enzo. New Day doing their shtick. And then imagine if it's in New York too. It's like, oh. You're soft. You guys are Bugazi. And there's only one word to describe you. SAWFT. Soft. But I forgot one thing. And I'm going to spell it out for you. All right, here's another prediction. Okay. Paige will finally find her house. Because this is my house. Yeah, what do you mean by? Oh, here comes John. Mark Henry will win a title.
I mean, there's prediction that he will retire.
Yes, I think it was Steve told me that Mark is supposed to. I think it was Steve that he's supposed to. He wants to retire next year to make it completely 20 years in the business. Yeah, Kaz and Enzo will beat the New Day for a tag, and you can't teach that. Oh, look at this guy. Here's a bold prediction. A real bold prediction. No. A bold prediction. A bad prediction is that, and I don't want that, but he keeps doing the way he does, that Del Rio's going to seriously hurt somebody with his freaking double foot stomp. See?
Yeah, that fool better cut that out. That shit.
See. I think John has heard me talk. I think get Big Rick and but Gabi, I never heard what you feel about, but I feel that double foot stomp that Del Rio does, and Chris feels the same way. It's too dangerous. The way he does it is too dangerous. He's gonna seriously hurt somebody. Oh, I got it. Mark Henry will win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
For what?
No, here's something. He went back, but here's the prediction. Will it actually mean something? Because what they only do for Cesaro? Oh, look. Help me up. No, don't do it, baby.
Well, it's just like, gotta say,
look at that.
It's like doing a little bit of Deadpool. Telling that face, that Jimmy fucking Chunga. Time to make the fucking Jimmy Chunga.
Oh, no. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's towards in your prediction, Gabi.
Daphne, I would love to see. Don't get me wrong.
Love to see the Scream Queen.
I would love to see the Scream Queen. I miss her very much. But no, it's somebody else.
And sadly, if it was Daphne wouldn't be doing anything in the ring. She's retired from in the ring. Lately, she's been doing a lot of manager, and ring announcement acts. But I'm not surprised you thought about Daphne, the Scream Queen. But yeah. Oh, I think what's another prediction? It's made for those who vacation within John, Dean Ambrose wins the WWE title. That's a big prediction, and I would like to see that. Anyone looking for Lucha Underground? Oh God, I didn't even know you watched Lucha Underground. I didn't even know you watched it. Personally, I've only watched one match, Lucha Underground. But the thing was, actually, two matches. But the thing was, the match that I watched, it wasn't really anything new to me because it was two people that I watched for. It was John Morrison and Alberto Del Rio. And the second match I watched was Morrison again versus forgetting the guy's name. But I know Rey Mysterio is coming to Lucha Underground. But I think I could easily jump one season, but I think I would probably like to watch what went down in season 1. I mean, but I know I got one friend, Lloyd. He's a big fan of Lucha Underground. You need to see Mil Muertes versus Prince Puma. Is that the violent, the violent match they had? I think it was probably the most violent match. It was hearing that was getting a lot of rave reviews. A lot of. Oh, sure, you can put a user in timeout.
Yeah. Now somebody got a sleeper.
Oh. But look out.
Got you again.
All right, here's a prediction, but I predict for NXT to have another prosperous year. But I think that's kind of obvious. God, who should be the celebrity inducted to the Hall of Fame this year? If there's a celebrity inducted,
Snoop Dogg.
this Snoop.
No, Mike Tyson. No, Mike Tyson
already won. Okay. Hey, run it by Snoop Dogg. He is an actual wrestling fan.
Yeah,
just like him, and just like with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was named people that I didn't even know about. I'm like, yep, I know for sure. Wrestling. I don't know. Cindy Lauper. Yeah.
Okay.
Cindy Lauper should go.
There you go.
Was very instrumental into WrestleMania, the first of WrestleMania, the rock and roll wrestling era.
Yeah, Cindy Lauper.
She should definitely go. And John predicts Alicia Fox turned face for the 100th time. Yeah, I've always said Alicia Fox. Her last name is Fox, but she's been like a goldfish. She's just been like a fish, just flip flopping. Oh my God!
Here we go again. She's gonna hold it tight. Come on, Becky. Yeah. Yeah. Fight fire with fire.
I had something. You said Leech Fox on turn. I think the Bellas are gonna have a random turn this year.
Oh yeah. What's his cheap shot? Oh, right in the back shoulder.
And the heel turn.
And the heel finally.
It's complete.
And it's complete. Finally. And it's finally complete.
And she's not done yet. Yeah, you know. All right, John predict Kevin Owens is part of the match of the year. It's a good prediction because it can easily happen. But with that, I think we're going to close this out. But once again, it was great, for all you guys that came. Except for the troll, but you don't feed the trolls anyway. But I thank you guys for Oh, wait, hold on. Charlotte should bring back the big gold belt, and her dad should present it to her as the new women's heavyweight champion.
That would be so cool. Like the belt, yeah, it looks like a belt. Not some butterfly bullshit.
John Ziggler heel turn. The reason why I think I can believe it is because mostly every year we see this growing frustration from Ziggler. And probably it will lead to him maybe turning heel. By the way, Gabby, John knows about this. I talked about when he was there, but there was a report that went out today that don't know if it's true or not, but that WWE has signed one Luke Gallows, Luke Gallows, um, Carl, Machine Gun, Carl Anderson, and Shinsuke Nakamura,
Bullet
and
Club?
well, Nakamura's not part of Bullet.
No.
And AJ Styles. If that does go on to be true, what are your thoughts about that? So I'll wait for your reply, and probably after that, I'll close this out. But the Bullet Club, seriously, yep, that's what the report came out as. Reportedly that they have been signed. Styles, Anderson, Gallows, from the Bullet Club, and also the IWGP champion Shinsuke Nakamura. Those are some big prospects right there.
I shot my
shot with my gun. I shot a human. I think I'm on the run. I shot a human. I shot a human. I think I'm on the run. Oh, John Curtis actually wins the Rumble. Oh, remember, he's still in last year's Rumble. Yeah. Curtis, he's still in last year's Rumble. Don't forget that. But yeah, this was really good. This is the first corner of the new year. This was really good to see all the feedback and all the input. I hope it can be duplicated or replicated. Yeah, replicated. With the following corners. I don't know.
What the fuck is that?
What?
Ryback can't even get an entrance?
Wait, man, you didn't hear the music? Probably I should keep the corner going. This late if that's that's what the meat hook. That's what it was. But But anyway, still, no matter what,
Go.
it's always good to have you guys, a part of the Wrestling Corner. In the last prediction, John, Daniel Bryan returns.
Oh my gosh.
Hopefully, that actually does come out to be true. But this is no prediction. This is a fact.
What the
That
hell is this?
there's Hulk Hogan 3 in the place to be. It's good that glad that you enjoyed this Wrestling Corner. And until the next Wrestling Corner, stay easy and peace.